Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry this video is going up late. I have like one day, literally one day out of this week to film. I didn't see it coming. Well, I didn't get my schedule until like Sunday. So usually I'm like really good at planning out my filming schedule with my work schedule, but I didn't know when I worked until Sunday. So sometimes it'd be like that, but we in here, don't matter, we good. So today we're going to be talking about my favorite shampoos. I had the deep conditioners video all planned out, y'all. And I had that moment of realization. I was like, I kind of probably should do shampoos. So today is shampoos. Next week will be conditioners. So if you're interested in seeing my absolute favorite shampoos for my natural hair, then just keep watching. So this year especially, I will say I have like really gone in when it comes to finding new shampoos, testing out new shampoos. I used to use like the same two things all the time pretty much. And while those are amazing and I still love them, I really wanted to branch out. These things that are sitting in front of me are the shampoos that I find that I keep reaching for. I'm going through them. They all have very different effects on my hair. I use them for different purposes, different times. I do see a difference with all of these shampoos. So that's what makes these part of my top. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's start off. This has quickly become one of, honestly, like my most favorite things that I have reviewed over this year, which was kind of shocking to me. But this is the Main Choice Exotic Kool-Aid Minty Guava and Kiwi Shampoo. And y'all know I'm going to do close-ups for you. This is just dope. The first 5 ingredients are water, kiwi seed oil, aloe vera leaf juice, sea berry fruit oil, and vitamin C. This has a high concentration of emollients. Hi, baby. You tell everyone, hey? Yeah, I love you too. She has been like not happy with me that I have not been just sitting down and loving on her today. So I love you too, baby. Yeah. Not only does this have a high concentration of emollients, but they're very high quality emollients. Like how many times do you pick up a product and the second ingredient is kiwi seed oil? Where do they do that? And the fourth ingredient is sea berry fruit oil. Like where they do that at? And I just want y'all to understand, sea berry fruit oil is a relatively expensive ingredient. Like you're getting a good concentration of high quality ingredients in this. One of my favorite things about this is that it's so minty. When you open this and you smell it, it's fruity, but it's definitely minty. And you can tell that there's a high concentration of oils in here because like I shook this up before like bringing it on camera, but the oil does kind of separate out of this a little bit. So you do want to like shake it up to make sure you're getting like that even balance. The cooling feeling that I get on my scalp is just so nice and pleasant. And I find that this really cleans my hair. The feel of this is amazing. The lather is so nice. I love that this has an applicator because like what I'll do is when I get in the scalp, when I get in the scalp, y'all. When I get in the shower, I'm not getting in anybody's scalp. When I get in the shower, I will just kind of stand there, let my hair, just take in all that water. And then I will take this and I will apply it down from here to the back. This is usually where I get the most itchiness. Work it in. And then I also appreciate it because I like that I can then just pour it in my hands. And it does give like a nice concentration, like a nice flow of product. And then I will apply more to my ends after I've really worked on my scalp. So I like that I can get really precise with this. I don't miss anything when I'm using this because I had the applicator tip on it. So I really do appreciate that. This is a pricey shampoo, but do know this is a pricey shampoo with very high quality ingredients, very high up on the ingredients list. And this does utilize cocoa butter purple betaine. So I'm a big fan of Cocoa Matter Propyl Butane. It's one of my favorite cleansers. This just has great ingredients. There's tea tree, there's mint in here. It's just nice. So if you have been thinking about picking this up, I highly suggest it. She's oh dope. Goodness, I have really been like working on this one too. This is the Miche Cleansed Moisturizing and Cleansing Sulfate-free Shampoo. I feel like the Miche deep conditioners and even the leave-in get a whole lot of love, and people like I feel like people just don't get this because it's not the first thing that's on somebody's radar. But I am telling y'all, if you use Miche, you need to pick this up. This is such a good shampoo. It has a really nice citrusy fragrance to it. And it's kind of like a medium viscosity. Like it runs out pretty easily, but it's not like super duper thick. The first 5 ingredients in this are distilled water infused with white willow bark, hibiscus flower extract, ginseng root extract, yerba mate leaf extract, and Cocoa Propyl Butane. This does also have disodium I'm not gonna butcher that. And also sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate. I've spoken on that ingredient before. It is a heavy cleanser. But there's also like sweet almond oil in here. There's some triglycerides, vegetable glycerin. This is actually more cleansing than this one. I do find that this one is a bit of a heavier cleanser. So when I'm really looking at like, yo, I need everything gone, I go for this. And I appreciate that she created a heavier cleanser just because she does have other products like her deep conditioners, her lavish leave-in, her butter that's in her collection. They're very oil rich, and I think a lot of people forget that oils coat the hair. And so if you're not making sure you're properly cleansing oils out of your hair, you can cause some issues. So I do appreciate that this is stripping without being very drying. It really gets all of that extra oil buildup off of my hair, which is great because once you use this, you have the perfect foundation for their deep conditioners. It really allows those good deep conditioners to penetrate. She has some of the best deep conditioners on the market, and I appreciate that she has provided us with a cleanser that is going to allow that deep conditioner to really get into that hair strand. So I love to use this when I really need a good reset. Sometimes, even though I do use shampoos often, there are just some things that help me really just reset my hair a little bit better. And this is one of them. You don't need a lot. If you overdo it, your hair is going to be dry. You need just enough to get a good lather, and this lathers very well. Gives a nice, really like creamy lather. Doesn't take much at all. Makes my scalp feel wonderful. It makes my hair feel silky, even though it does really strip all that excess, you know, build up and oil off of my hair. This is another one that I will use if I have been using products that have like some degree of silicone in them, and this cleanses my hair very well for it to be something that does not have a sulfate. This is also like a very recent favorite of mine, and I'm shocked that this is in my favorites. This is the Uniqurl Aloemint Supreme Moisture Cleansing Shampoo. It gently cleanses, it's non-stripping, and it restores moisture. Y'all, I think this may be the most, I don't know, I feel like all of these shampoos are unique, but in terms of how this feels on the hair, this is the most unique shampoo that I think I own. Those of you that know that feeling of when you use like a really good hyaluronic acid serum like on your skin, or like a really nice like cooling gel on your skin, that's what this feels like for your hair. If you watch my Uniqurl review, you'll remember me saying that when you apply this, you feel like the most intense burst of moisture to your strands. The first 5 ingredients are water, cocoa butane, sodium cocoa isethionate, lauryl glucoside, and sodium lauryl lactylate. All great cleansers, but that is followed by aloe vera leaf juice. And I mean, you could smell the aloe vera in here. Like, there's no doubt that there's aloe vera in here. Those surfactants are followed by aloe vera and glycerin. And there's just something about this formulation when you put it onto your hair strands. It feels so silky. You just feel this burst of moisture in your hair. It generates such a soft, silky, creamy lather in the hair. Like something that I have never experienced from a shampoo. Now, I will say, this is not the most cleansing shampoo that I own. I do not use this shampoo when I need a serious cleanse. This is not something that I would use after I've had like super duper heavy, you know, butters in my hair or a silicone. This is not something that I would break out because it's not going to get all of that off. This is something that I use when I'm using like my lighter Main Choice, my lighter Sultanicals or She Scented products, things that tend to not cause me buildup in any capacity. This is such a luxurious experience. This is also something I can get away with doing a midweek cleanse. Even though this has a lot of surfactants in it, this is very gentle on the hair. So if you really struggle with shampoos drying your hair out, this I highly suggest starting off with this if you're kind of in the market for looking for new cleansers. Even though, is it pricey? Absolutely. But this has really great ingredients, and this is an experience like none other. Like kind of the way I feel about the Sultanical Shea Ayurvedic Butter Shampoo is how I feel about this. I actually have another one. Alexis sent me another one. A really great company overall. If you're going to put your coins anywhere in terms of a small Black-owned business that does have more expensive products, Uniqurl, you can't beat it. Uniqurl is something that, like I have said before, is so special. This shampoo has really shown that for me. This shampoo does not get remotely enough love as I feel that it should. This is an amazing cleanser, and I highly suggest that all of you try this out. My next one is the Main Choice Cheers Supreme Strength and Full Protection Shampoo. I was honestly like so impressed by this, and I'm still so impressed by this. I think if we're talking about like uniqueness, this cut is like a really close second to the Uniqurl shampoo, and the way that it cleanses, the way that it leaves your hair feeling. I love the fragrance of the Cheers products. It just smells like a really awesome beverage. Now, the first 5 ingredients in this are water, hydrolyzed rice protein, hops, lardimonium, hydroxypropyl hydrolyzed barley protein, cocamidopropyl betaine. I love that you are getting high concentrations of those proteins in there. And I do see a difference when I use this shampoo. I love this shampoo because, first of all, you don't need a lot. This comes in a 6 fluid ounce container. And you don't need a big bottle of this because literally, like, I have used this 5 times just in the last month alone. I'm here. Like, literally, you need 1 little dollop of shampoo to get through your entire head. This lathers beautifully. It also gives a creamy lather. And this has like a gel texture. This is one of the few that I have that don't have like that pearlized look to it. This is literally like a gel. And I think that like concentrated consistency, like this is a very concentrated shampoo, really allows you to just not have to use a lot. This glides through your hair. Like it glides through your hair. And when I rinse it out, it's so clean, but it's so soft and like silky. It's the thing that I like about the proteins in the Cheers collection is that while they are strengthening, they don't feel strengthening like a traditional protein that you get in products. It's more of like this really nice, silky, supple feeling as opposed to feeling hard. And this really begins that entire process. I like using the entire Cheers collection together, but I do find that you can break up the products in the collection and use them with other things very easily, and kind of get like a little extra dose of protein. This is just so good, y'all. It's it's so good. It's amazing. It's dope. It is dope. And I'm gonna have this like forever, and it's the smallest shampoo that I think I've ever owned. But I'm literally gonna have this forever because this stuff, like, you don't need a lot of it. This is definitely like a unique product. Compared to all of her other shampoos, I feel like a lot of the others that I've tried are all very similar. This one and the Kiwi one are the ones that I really gravitate to more because they really do have a uniqueness to them. But this one, out of all of the main choice shampoos, this is the most unique. I see the most difference in my hair when I use this one. So main choice Cheers collection in general is dope, but you definitely, like, if you've been eyeing the shampoo, I highly suggest it. I have a couple of like affordable favorites too. The next one is my Bodyworks natural shampoo, Peppermint Tea Tree, and this cleanses and clarifies. I picked this up on recommendation from the Main Objective. I love her, Christina. She's dope. She has an amazing blog. She makes amazing videos, and she is one person that has really put me on to a lot of smaller Black-owned hair care brands. She uses this because she has psoriasis on her scalp. This is amazing if you struggle with sensitivities. I love the tea tree and the peppermint in this. It is present, and you definitely get that feeling in your scalp. This one definitely is more so on the clarifying side though. So I don't use this super duper often. I'm actually almost out of this. I got this on Black Friday. But my brother also uses this too. He's an athlete. He runs track. He swims a lot. He does a lot, you know. This is very, very clarifying. And I can use this when I do have a little bit of silicone in my hair. The ingredients, the first 5 are water, sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate, coca betaine, PEG 150 distearate, and peppermint oil. So the peppermint oil is a little bit higher up on this. There is also some hydrolyzed wheat protein in this. There is that tea tree a little bit lower. Be aware that this does have a polyquat very low on the list. So if you have issues with polyquats, honestly, I doubt that you'll really have any issues with this, but just be aware of that. It is in this shampoo. It's so good. I really think that this is more clarifying because of that sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate. Sometimes, depending on where that lies in the formulation and what is in there with it, it can be just as effective as a sulfate. So this one I do use to clarify often, and I really enjoy it. I prefer this over the Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle because that Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle will literally strip every single thought out of your head. I use that when I'm having some issues. Like, I got mad buildup and I need something to like get it out now. But it's not something that I'm like running towards all the time, if that makes sense. So I definitely use this before I pick up that one. If you're kind of wary of spending the money on the exotic Kool-Aid, this is a good option because it does give you that really nice, like, tingly feeling on the scalp. But this is going to be a little bit more drying than this one is. This one is more oil rich. Kind of has those buffers in there to kind of help with the surfactants. This one does not. So even though I don't find them to be dupable or even close, if you're looking for a similar sensation and you're not ready to fork out the bucks for main choice, or maybe you're the type of person that always misses the sale, this one, it's cheap and it's super duper effective. It works. This is my last one. It's more of an honorable mention. I don't use this as much as I used to because of the ingredients, but when I do use it, I love it. This is the Garnier This is the Garnier Whole Blends Repairing Shampoo, Honey Treasures. The first 5 ingredients on this are water, sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate, glucosamine, and glycol stearate. Now, this one does have a cone in it, and that is why I do not use this often. I do love how this makes my hair feel. Clearly, it's in my favorites, but it's not necessarily something that I'm pulling out all the time. I've never had issues with buildup with this. So that is, you know, just like me and my personal experience. But if you're super duper prone to buildup, you shouldn't be exclusively using something that does have a little bit of silicone in it. I think probably the sulfates in this that are so high up is probably the reason why I don't notice that there's silicone in here, truthfully, because it does have 2 sulfates in here. So if you do not like using sulfates, I would not suggest this for you. This is not going to be something that everybody loves. This is for the person that is on a budget, wants something that's effective, wants something that they're going to be able to run through their hair. Like this one, I can put this in my hair. I don't have tangles. My hair doesn't get overly dry, even though it does have the sulfates in it. I do find that I really love this shampoo. And honestly, I really shouldn't. It kind of like, the formulation of this really, really makes no sense. But I feel like there's always those things in our collection that we know we shouldn't really be like using, but we love it anyway. And y'all know me, I'm just honest with y'all. Like, if I love something, regardless of what's like in it, if that's really, really what I love and what I've been using, I'm going to tell y'all that that's what I love and what I've been using. So the Garnier Whole Blends, I've been using this shampoo for like 3 or 4 years. And for a while I was using it consistently and I didn't have any issues. So I really enjoy the shampoo. It's really nice. I find this to be effective for me and my hair needs. It's not the first one that I run to anymore. The smell just takes me back. But every time I pull it out, I have that moment of like, why did I stop using this? Even though I know, you know. So I really love this. And I feel like I'm always going to have a bottle somewhere in my collection. Those of you that have been watching me like forever know that I was always using the Garnier Whole Blends, like the Honey Treasures collection in general. I have always been using. So those of you that have been watching me, this is no surprise to you. But if you're new here, she's had my heart for a while. I don't see myself like ever really getting rid of her. All right, guys. So that is my top shampoos for my natural hair. All of these things I keep in rotation. You can very clearly tell that I use them. A lot of these things too, my brother does use, and he also really loves these products. These are great. I can see these working for a multitude of types and textures. This is like my favorite little cleansing arsenal. I have a lot of cleansers. I have purchased a lot of cleansers since last Black Friday. Like I said, I've been testing out a lot of things. I got a lot of stuff in my stash, and this is the stuff that I continuously go back and pick up, even though I have a crap ton of things in my arsenal. So hopefully if you've been in the market for a new cleanser, you found some new things to try out. And let me know, what are your favorite shampoos? I know there's a lot of people that kind of struggle with shampoo. So I love to know what you guys' favorites are. No, I like to know what your favorites are because I'm always picking up the things that you guys recommend me. If there's something that you're using that you really think that I would love just based on what I've shown you, definitely drop it in the comments below. You know we got to put each other on. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new here, of course, I would love for you to subscribe because I love my whole fam. You know I love y'all. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. And I will see you guys in the next video. I got something y'all been waiting on coming up right after I film this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.